The perfect pie for the 4th of July. Easy and nice and cold. It's going to be so good. Mouth watering. Welcome back to the kitchen with the old dude. Today, key lime pie with meringue. Yeah, what do you do with those leftover egg whites after using the yolk? No way you're going to throw those things out. You make a meringue and put it on top of the key lime pie. Let's get started with the crust. All right, I've got my graham cracker. I put them in the food processor. You need 1 1/4 cups, however many graham crackers it takes to make that. And I use 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And I just mix it around until it's kind of getting incorporated really good. I said this is a simple recipe. I'm trying to shorten down these recipes I put on here. I'm always so long-winded and takes forever, and so I'll have the written recipe under the description. What I do, I just take and pull it out to the edge, all the way around. This is about I think this is a 9-inch pie pan. Then I take the back side of this scoop here. You can see how it's kind of beveled. It's not, some of them are straight down. This is bevel. So you can just take and, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just go all the way around, kind of push into the sides. You can see that how that bevels the bottom of that. That gives you a good crust ring around the bottom. And part of this pie is the graham cracker crust. So then just taking your extra. I always got in trouble calling it extra. Y'all know how I talk, so take your extra graham cracker. Just kind of move it around here on the bottom. Fill in the spots. Mash it down. Just kind of firm it in. That's pretty simple, boys and girls. Any way you slice it. So I'm going to put this in my air fryer, and I'll bring you back here in just a few minutes while this is cooking. It's going to go in my air fryer about 325 under air fry, and probably 10 minutes. I'll just look at it until it starts getting brown. Bring you back here in just a minute. All right, I've got that in the air fryer. I've got it. It's at it's 20 minutes. It ain't going to go 20 minutes. It's going to go about 10. That's the default. Always goes to 20. At 350 degrees, I can watch it. When it starts turning a little bit brown, I know it's cooked, because it's going back in there to cook the filling. Also, I forgot to tell you, I put coconut in my key lime pie crust. You know, always that song, the lime in the coconut in the lime. It's looking good. All right, I had my air fryer on bake. It took about 6 minutes, and it's just perfect. That's the first time I've ever baked a pie shell in my air fryer. But wow, why heat up the whole kitchen? It's hot today. It's 100 degrees already. So let's get this out. Let me turn you around so you can see what's going on. All my fruit over there, peaches and big tomatoes. Yeah. Let's see here. Where are we at? Maybe you can see it when I'm pulling it out here. I'm gonna break it. You can see the brown edges. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see that. You can see where it's turned brown. You can feel of it. It's turned into a hard crust. And it's going back in to bake again. So let me get this out of the way so I don't burn my arm. And you can smell the coconut in here. Boy, it smells really good in that graham cracker crust. So I'm gonna let that settle there and cool. So this recipe is really easy. It's been around for years. There's all kinds of different versions, but all of it was lime juice, and all of it with eggs, egg yellow and egg whites. Most of the people just use the egg yellow, but I always wonder, what did they do with the white part of that egg? I mean, I don't like to waste it. You could scramble them, no doubt about that. So the recipe calls for 4 eggs, and it says separate. Okay, you see, I'm gonna put them over here. Is that what that means? Heck no, don't mean no separate them out. In my early years, I would thought, yeah, the heck, get out there. I separate them. What else you want? It means get the white away from the yellow. So I'm just going to do it right here, and hopefully no mistakes. Already a mistake there. I know how to figure this. All of the yellow, none of the white goes in there. Meringue does not like the yellow part. Crack it on the edge here so it won't crush in so bad. Can you see that? Yeah. Burn it, come on. There it is. My old wiggly hands. It's the first time I've attempted a meringue since I came down with this essential trimmers. They say you can take an empty pop bottle, like a water bottle, and put it down on top of the yellow, and force the air out, put it on top, and let it, and it'll just suck it up in there, leave the white. I've never tried that, but it looks pretty cool. Saved it. Come on, wiggly hands, you can do better than this. I know you got it. I know you can do it. Come on, give me some thumbs up for this last one to get it drying. All right. Perfecto. So 4 eggs separated. 2 bowls. Yellow's over here, white's over here. It'll be a perfect amount of meringue for this wonderful pie. I'm going to set this to the side. So I've got my egg yellows. And I'm going to whip them up. Let's see, I forgot I had this over here. I'm getting good. I put everything in, have everything over here ready. So I'm going to put my egg yellows in the bowl. And I'm going to whip them up. I usually don't whip eggs because they never did anything to me, but in this case, you got to whip them. You want the egg yellow really broke apart. All right. Now, let me see what the recipe, I can't remember. It's been so long. There's a recipe on here somewhere. It is. Three egg yolks, a half a cup of this Nellie and Joe's Key West lime juice. Did read that right? Get back to my recipe over here. There you go. Half a cup. Well, I just happen to have a cup, so we're going to do it halfway. Oh, I got to even open this so you can see. I need to get this out of the way here. Take the lid deal out of here. Told you it's been a long time since I made this. I know how to get that boy done. All right. So half a cup. I've shaken it up really good. And the recipe on the jar calls for 3 eggs. But I wanted it a little bit more creamy. You're just making a custard. That's what you're making. And you're going to stir this around again. Next thing it's going is your sweetened condensed milk. Get this out of here. This is some thick stuff and sweet. Oh my goodness. If you have a hard time if it's cold when you're making this, you can always set this can after it's open into some hot water and let it sit there for a little bit. It'll warm it. It'll pour a little easier. Well, when I was young, I couldn't wait for my mother to make anything this sweet and condensed milk. She always used Eagle Brown. I think Eagle Brown's the only thing they had at the time. And so I'm going to incorporate that. Anyway, I was always ready to lick the beaters after she got through. Or give us the can, me and my little brother and sister. Little fingers digging in that can like, oh, I got to have this like candy. All right. Said it's going to come together pretty quick. You just throw those two together. Whip it good. Just want to make sure it's all incorporated. You see that? All right. And I've got just a touch over half a cup because I've got 4 eggs. There it is. She's starting to thicken up already. Like I said, it's an old recipe. We've been around, I think, since the 20s. Different ways. A lot of people put sour cream in it when they're making it. They put cream cheese. I don't like the no-bake versions. I just don't want Jello and stuff like that in it. So anyway, you can see it's all mixed up really good. Get this stuff out of the way. And put that can over so I can get a taste of it. Be a kid again. Alright, you can see what it looks like on the inside. If you want it more yellow, take just a little drop of food coloring. I don't. I want mine natural. This pie crust has cooled down. I don't know if I can do this right-handed, but we're going to try anyway. Just pour it into your shell. You can make this without a graham cracker crust. Why, I don't know, but you can put it in ramekins and bake them. All right, Alright, we're not going to waste anything, and I'm going to have to hold it left-handed. Sorry for blocking you. But I don't have the strength in my right arm. And I'm right-handed, but I've always been left arm and left eye dominant. Grew up shooting a shotgun and rifle off my left shoulder. Let me bring you down here closer. There you are. You can see the crust is brown. It's filled the proper amount, just a little bit of crust around on the top. It's going to bake for maybe 10 or 12 minutes, just until the center custard is shaken, but not a lot. So let's put this in the air fryer and start cooking. Like I say, it's the first time I ever cooked key lime pie in the air fryer. Alright, let's put this in the air fryer. And we're going to put it on bake at about 325 degrees. May take a little longer. Set the temp, 325. Set the time, 10 minutes. I'm going to set it at 8 and start and go from there. Alright, let's check this. There's about 3 minutes left. I believe it's been in here long enough. You see at the center jiggles. No, it's set really good actually. Let me turn this off, reach over here so I don't get burned myself. Get this out to cool. Oh, fingers are jumping up, yeah. Yeah. A little warm, but it's okay. No problem. I need a cooling rack. I got one right here. The rack I pulled out of the air fryer that I cook toast on. How about that? It's going to go back in and cook with the meringue on it. So let's get started on the meringue. I got about 3 tablespoons of white sugar. Put some cream and tartar. 1 teaspoon. Maybe a half a teaspoon. How's that? Alright, let's get this meringue. Good stuff all over my shirt. Like I say, I've got my sugar. You can put as much sugar or just very little, whatever you want, how sweet you want your meringue to be. Just dump in your egg whites. And I had my eggs setting out for about 2 hours, so they were at room temperature. Let's see if we can get a meringue out of here. Let's check now. Oh, it's getting there. Not much longer. See this now. See if we can do some Mount Everest speeds. A little bit more. It'll be there. This little bowl is a Fire King. It's not a, I don't have it in the store. It actually came from my mom. I have no idea. I just noticed this morning it said Fire King on it, but it's perfect for this. see if this will do it. Will that make a peak? That'll make a peak. That'll make 2 or 3 peaks. Peek, 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 peek. All right. Yeah, if you're saying that old dude talks his food, yeah, you're right. I enjoy cooking. I guess that's, they say, well, that's one part of getting old, start talking to your food. I like food. That's why I'm on Ozempic. I like it too much. And I'll have an update. Try to update every week on my weight loss. And it's going really well. How do you know if you've got enough sweetener in it? That's simple. You lick the beater and get a white mustache. That's perfect. Not super sweet, but sweet enough. All right, let me get a spatula. I just dump it out on here. I don't know how y'all put meringue on your pies. I just kind of mount it up in the center. Reserve a little bit if I need some extra. And just kind of mash it down and go around. Touch the crust with it, whether it's a flour crust or this kind of crust, it don't matter. I just like it all the way to the crust. Seals everything, all the goodness in. And it'll pick up a little bit of crumb when you pull it back, but that is no problem. Rest of this on here. Get it in the middle. Get it in the middle. You can take this meringue even more, taller if you want to, more heavy peaks on it. But I believe this is going to be pretty. I decorate just like my mom did. She'd just take a she'd just take a spoon or knife or whatever she had, and just go around and make little dollops. And boys and girls, that's it. Now, it's baked. All right, let's put this thing of beauty back in this. Get a little suntan on these peaks. How long will it take? I have no idea. I'll just watch it. I don't want to burn them, but I want a good suntan on them. All right, let's get this in the air fryer. Will it fit? Yeah. Good thing I didn't make those any taller. I'd have been in trouble. Alright, let's get a suntan. We're going to turn it back on bake again at 225 degrees for time. Let's do it 12 minutes, 14 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know. We're just going to do it until it looks brown. I'll turn on this light so I can see it. Bring you back in a little bit. All right. Let's hope it didn't burn it. Over here, loading stuff in the dishwasher, pre-washing everything. It's off. In the middle of that cook, I turned it. I looked in and I turned the pie, rotated the pie. I didn't take it out and move it. I just rotated it in a circle. Let's see here. Oh yeah, he's looking good. How hot is this? It's hot. Hate to mess up my crust with these. Almost left it in there too long too. Good thing for old heavy hands. And maybe one little tip. You know what that tastes like though? It tastes like roasted marshmallow. Yum, this is going to be good. I've got to wait 3 hours until it all sets up. My buddy comes and picks up some ham for his mom, and then we'll go to have some. It's looking really good. See you on 2 or 3 hours. Thanks again to the Hales for their shirts. Hales Legendary Flannels. Oh my goodness, beautiful shirts. And I'll also leave a recipe for this. I'll leave it in the first comment and I'll pin it to the top. So if you want to see the recipe, just go to that and you can print it off of there or just write it down. It's so simple. So anyway, I'll see y'all this afternoon when this cools down and we can get a piece cut. Welcome back. It's been about 3 hours since I put the key lime pie in the refrigerator. It probably will have done better if I just left it overnight. To be honest, I need a taste of this. My lunch was a piece of cheese and a small piece of lunch meat turkey. Breakfast was 1 biscuit, and dinner's going to be a piece of pie. So let me get you down here and see this. Hopefully you can see this okay. I've taken and sprayed this knife with butter spray. Get kind of the center here. You can see it just plows right through that key lime. Through the meringue, no problem. I just hope it's set up good enough. Give me a decent sized piece here. After all, I baked it. I deserve to get a chunk. Go ahead and while I'm cutting, do the cutting. Cut Miss Cindy a small piece. And of course, always the most terrible part from getting a pie is getting the first piece out. Now, I want to save this little pan. It's just a throwaway aluminum, but it's really heavy duty. So if I can save it, I am. If not, the best way to do it is when you make your marks here, get a pair of shears. Let me get them out here, I'll show them to you. I've got a pair of kitchen shears. You can just cut right down all the way through and at least get the first piece out and push the others back up in there. But I'm going to try to save this little thing. I might bake another pie one of these days. So, wish me luck. I think it's going to fall apart. I mean the crust. So just get it started here. Get my fancy dancy server here. Come on, don't fall apart on me. Let me try this, a smaller one right here. Once you get the first one out, it goes pretty easy. There it is. Well, dad burning. I just surprised myself there. This is going to be so good. Oh my goodness. Does that look appetizing, boys and girls? Well, I'm going to tell you, I know what it's going to taste like, and it's going to be good. Let's get a bite. All right, let's get a little bite here. You lay down on your side there. There you go. Come to Papa. Goodness. It's just so good. Oh my God. It's greatness. Do I like it? Heck yeah, I like it. I love this pie. It's one of my favorites. If we go to a nice restaurant out somewhere, my first dish I gotta see if they've got key lime pie. It's just so good. Anyway, that's it, boys and girls. I hope you like this recipe. Share my video. Subscribe if you're not subscribing. Hit the notification button. It doesn't cost you anything, and you'll be notified the next video I put out. And I try to put out 2 or 3 a week. And and I appreciate you being here for me. Oh, I thought that was whipped cream or something. I thought it was something on my mustache, meringue, but it's not, just the light. Anyway, thanks for being here for me. If you're new, I really appreciate it. If you've been here for a while, you know I appreciate you. And I try to get to everybody's questions as fast as I can. And leave me a comment. Do you like key lime pie? Have you ever made it like this? It's so easy. So we'll catch you on the next video. That's what you call bonus reel. I forgot to mention, yes, you can taste the coconut in that graham cracker crust. It's really good. It's just perfect. So, you know, try it just a little bit and get a little bit of the when you start putting it in the pan, see what you think. Maybe you want to add a little bit more. So, a little bit at a time. But if you like coconut, you'll love this recipe. Coconut flavored graham cracker crumb. Coconut flavored graham cracker crumb crust. Say that about 5 times. Anyway, I'm out of here again to finish this piece of pie. Does that look appetizing, boys and girls?